Welcome to the SnailTrail4x4 podcast. If you like going off-roading in Toyotas, wrenching on Toyotas, camping in Toyotas, and maybe even poking a little bit of fun at Toyotas, and of course, hearing about how fantastic suspensions are under Toyotas, then this is the podcast for you. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tyler, and joining me for another episode of SnailTrail4x4 podcast is Jimmy, that guy over there, in his St. Patty's Day t-shirt. I didn't plan for it, but
I know. Good thing you have a green microphone.
And a green cable.
Yep.
Didn't I have my headset green too? No, it's not. Okay.
No.
We need to fix that.
When I was younger, I used to not wear green except for green chonies.
Uh-huh.
And so I'd get pinched and they'd be like, I'm wearing green. And I could just
flash everybody.
And then I'd get to punch them back. Yep.
Okay. Nice.
Yep.
That's cool.
A little green Speedo.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I got to teach Reed that.
Yeah.
To pinch and punch people on St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
That's really the beauty of St. Patty's Day.
The mini assistant pinched me this morning. I'm like,
that's funny.
Wait a second. I'm wearing green. And she's like, I know, you just needed to get pinched. I'm like, but now I get to pinch you back twice or I get to punch you? It's one of those, right?
Yeah.
And she's looking at me like, what do you mean? I'm like, because you pinched somebody that has green on. That means they get to retaliate
to your bad decisions.
And I was like, so do you want to get punched or do you want 2 pinches? And she's like, I want 2 pinches.
Gotta teach them. Gotta make sure they know.
Yep. So happy Patty's Day.
Yep. Legal assault day.
Yes, legal assault day. So in lieu of St. Patty's Day, I brought you something.
Oh. Okay. Nice.
You got
the one beer that every Irish hates.
Yeah?
Yes.
I don't know about that.
Dude, the Irish local people hate Guinness.
Oh.
Because Guinness keeps buying out and shutting down all the local pubs and brewers.
I heard a little bit about that.
Yeah, they're monopolizing the beer in Ireland.
Yeah. Well, when I was over in Ireland, they had Coors Light on tap, and everybody was drinking that. Yeah. And I was like, okay,
$8 a pint.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's funny. Yeah. Nice, man. Well, it is today? Thursday.
Yes.
Sweet. So
no longer St. Patty's Day.
No longer St. Patty's Day. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, not sorry. So, but we did just have it. So, we're having some fun. We had some fun things going on last weekend. Jimmy got some work done on Samantha. And I went down to Overland Expo SoCal. Got to see some of the listeners down there. That was fun.
Nice.
Had a few people go and pull up. Yeah, one guy pulled up a screenshot of the YouTube channel and goes, "Is this you?" And points at the guy here in the chair over here. And I was like, "Yeah, that is me." He goes, "I knew I recognized your name or your voice." That's what he was.
SnailTrail4x4 podcast YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was talking to somebody in the booth, and after I was done, I turned around. I was like, "Hey, what can I do for you?" He goes, "Is this you?" I was like, "Yes, it is."
You must watch the YouTube videos. Thank you very much.
Yep. So, I got to see a few of the listeners down there. It was fun. And then we've got, I don't know. I'm trying to evaluate life right now. So
yeah,
me too. That's good.
Yeah.
Good.
I've been doing a lot of taxes stuff.
Oh,
so that's I
need to check in on that. I don't know if my corporate taxes got done. We're past the deadline now. So
is it for corporate?
Yeah. March 15.
Oh,
April 15 is personal. So
yeah. That's what I need to do.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I don't have any emails from my CPA about that, so I need to double check.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Anyways, we've got, some updates today from housekeeping things.
Yes, we do.
We did file a winner, Mr. Matt Gardner from the Glue Tread Expedition Kit, which is right here in my hand. That was from February's giveaway. So, Matt, we've gotten in touch with him and still didn't hear if he wants us to ship it or if he's going to come by and say hi. But for March's giveaway, we skipped a month there. We got this little doohickey, which is pretty sweet little light. I got to go down and see the Devos guys.
Oh, cool.
But it was just the peasant Devos guys.
Oh.
Rich and Spencer were not in attendance at the event.
Was Colin there?
Colin was there.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
So I got to see Colin and say hi to him, shake his hand. And so he said that the new light, the 500, they had one there at the show that they were showing off. They said they're getting a lot of really good feedback on it. And I said, yeah, we love this little light. It's pretty freaking sweet. And after we give this one away, we'll probably need to order up one for ourselves. So this guy is 500 lumens, all in, fits really in the palm of your hand. It's smaller than the 800 that we sent out in all the gift boxes for everybody. And it has yellow, white, and orange amber lights on it, multicolor LEDs.
It has white, yellow, white, orange, and red.
Oh, okay. White, orange, and red then.
Yes.
And you can dim the lights.
Yes.
You have a motion sensor for it, so you can hang it up in your tent and just wave in front of it to turn the lights on and off, which is pretty awesome. So it has a little hook. It's got magnets. So if you're going to be working on the vehicle at nighttime because you broke some leaf springs in the middle of Gold Bar Rim, this is a great little thing to slap on the side of your vehicle and get some area lighting.
And a little 1/4-20 screw adapter. Yep. Female 1/4-20, so you could put it on a stand if you want.
Right on a little tripod or whatever you want.
We are going to be getting a stand from Devos.
Yep.
For this little light for the lucky winner.
Yep. And USB-C recharge. So
yes.
All pretty sweet. Nice little setup here. I'm wondering if the magnets help hold on their little solar panel too.
Ooh, maybe.
And if you could upgrade and put their solar panel on and plug the solar panel into the USB-C recharge.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if they did that, but
I don't know how the solar panel or the extra battery attaches to the top of
the other ones,
the other Light Rangers. I don't have that, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I have their little table. I love the little table. We have a few of their lights.
Yep.
What else? I have their filters for the 1200, which I enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
We have a few of their items that we like. So yeah. Tyler's playing with the.
Sorry, I'm playing with the motion sensor now.
he's gone. So we have this for a lucky winner.
Yep.
You need to sign up on the giveaway tier over on iRate 4x4. Go down to the watch list and discuss section. Click on SnailTrail4x4 podcast, and then all your sign up options will be there.
Yeah,
you need to get in before the end of the month, and we will do a drawing in April for it. Mm-hmm. But also in April is when the gift box tier opens. And I think we have pretty much finalized the gift box tier. I sent out emails to everybody, I believe, that is in the gift box tier, hopefully to everybody, confirming your mailing addresses. And one of the things that will be coming in the gift box this month is a t-shirt. So I need to know your t-shirt sizes. If you don't respond to us, you're probably getting the extra small.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yes.
AKA the crop top.
Love it.
So I would love to see Nick get into an extra small. Just FYI.
Might have to just accidentally send that.
Too funny. So yeah, we got the gift box coming up for April. Make sure you guys are all confirmed on that and get ready, because if you guys want to change your tiers, get in for the November's gift box. Then that's the time to do it during April. We'll open everything back up for the month of April so that you guys can move around your tiers however you want to. Sign up, drop if you don't want it to be supporting anymore, or if you're on a extreme budget kind of stuff. We get it. No worries. We'll just judge you silently off air. So anytime you guys need to do that, that's in April, and October is when we open those up. So be prepared. We've got about another half a month here before that opens and gets going. So
yep.
We do have a giveaway going on for reviews as well. So you got the Onyx Off-Road Elite membership. So the 1-year subscription for the Elite service there that they have on all your devices. We'll be giving one away once we reach 800 reviews. So I think last time we looked, we were at 777.
Yeah, I believe so.
Right around
Lucky
there.
Numbers.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And so we'll be coming up on 800 here pretty shortly. So make sure you guys get your reviews in if you wanted a chance at winning the next giveaway or future giveaways. Because what's really cool about the reviews is that you just leave a review once and then you're automatically entered for all the subsequent future giveaways that we do for reviews. So minimal effort, maximum potential.
I like it.
Yeah. At 900 reviews? Once we
Yes.
get to 900, we're doing that's the next grand prize point at which we will give away a big prize. And that's going to be at least $1,000 worth of stuff from Morphlate. So we have some product launches coming this year, and hopefully those will all get done before we reach the 900 review mark on the reviews, so that you guys can get some really cool stuff from Morphlate. So keep your ear holes open, and we'll get you guys updated as we get closer to launching each of those products.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to we have another gift here. Do we want to do that before or after the break?
Yeah, let's do it now.
Okay.
It's a little brown bag.
Yes.
It's here, let me just get
Say who it's from.
J. Arns? Is that John Arns? That's not how you spell Arns' last name.
I don't know. Maybe it's another Arns.
It's from Wisconsin. So not the John Arns we know.
No.
Let's see what we got here.
I can guess by just moving it from one side of the couch to the other. But Tyler's pulling his knife out. He's going in aggressively. Just like how he does it.
My poor Kershaw has stopped being the blade
goes
backwards more.
It hyperextends.
Hyperextends. I can't figure out what gave to make it do that. So I need to take the whole knife apart and put it back together or something. So,
TLCA Rubathon.
Yeah,
knife? That's cool.
Metal Tech, laser engraved all these Kershaw knives from the 35th Rubathon, and then all the trail leads, trail committees got these cool knives, and it's been my favorite knife. So, all right, we got. Oh man,
what? What? Oh, did you? It's a package in a packet. Oh, you didn't open it. He only slid it so he could rip it partway. Okay, there he goes. Yep, that's what I thought it was. We got some license plates.
Yeah. So we got a Wisconsin.
Oh, that's a cool black and white one.
Yeah, that one have to go.
We don't have that one up yet.
Yep. New Mexico.
Which we need.
Do we need New Mexico? We do.
Yay.
We don't have the nails up. We can't just slap it up there.
We can't slap it.
We got a Canada.
Canada.
Yeah,
Connecticut.
Was that the Canada one? That is the Canada one. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. And Maryland.
Yep.
Right up here. MD.
Yeah.
That's cool. Look at you go, Mr. J. Arhens. J. Arhens for the win. Yeah, look at the name.
Yeah, J. Arhens. That's funny. Yeah, he reached out on Instagram, I believe it was.
Nice.
And he was like, I have all of the license plates you said you need. I was like, perfect. Send them.
Did we get a New Hampshire?
Nope. That one's went up later. So, he sent New Mexico. So we need a New Hampshire still, and I haven't added new plates since. But I know we need, next up has North Carolina and North Dakota.
Yeah.
So those are both empty. That we don't have yet either.
Those will be up here by my head soon.
Yep. So at the moment we need New Hampshire, North Carolina, and North Dakota.
Nice.
Yes.
Sweet. Well, that's cool. That'll help fill up the board a little bit.
And I don't know if we have a Wisconsin one or not already. We haven't gotten
this
that
one's all clean and shiny. It's brand new. Life in Four Low. John Arns. Ahrens.
Life in Four Low. I get it. That's cool.
That makes sense. I wasn't even looking at the front side. I was just reading what he wrote on the back.
Right.
Did he write stuff on the back of the other ones?
Not on that one. No, I don't think so.
No.
That's probably off of it. That's a front license plate from his vehicle that you don't need in any other state except for California.
I've only gotten pulled. I've never technically got pulled over for not having a front license plate.
I'm not running one on Charlotte, and I haven't had a problem.
Yeah. It's usually they pull you over for some other reason. They're like, and you also don't have a front plate on your car. So
yeah, my front plate's in that pile, I think.
Nice. I really like the typo one.
Yeah.
That one's fun.
Yep. So. That one will probably go up. Well, that one's going to go up right in this area, I think, is our game plan.
Just put it right on your headrest.
Yeah, there you go.
Your Jeep and Jimmy headrest.
Yep. All perfect. Right. Well, thanks, Jay. Yep. Arhens.
John Ahrens.
Does it say John on that?
Yeah, it says John even too.
John Aarons.
Aarons? I'm going to call him Aarons.
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 Arns.
Arns. We already have a John Arns.
We have a John Arns.
John Arns too.
Arns.
Can you
John
imagine we
Arns.
have
Whatever. John Butcher.
There you go.
We butchered that.
Mr. Butcher. All right. So that is rad. We'll get those put up and maybe the next line here of the plates for the next recording. And then, I guess it's time to take a break then, huh?
Let's do it.
All right. Grab your favorite drinks and we'll be right on back with kind of what we've been up to over the past weekend.
Hey guys, I love going out wheeling and I love playing in the outdoors, and one of the main tools I rely on for all of the activities is onX Off-Road. onX keeps me in the know, it keeps me on the trails, and it keeps me from getting lost so that I can make it back home to my family and friends. There's tons of tools and data available for outdoor activities on the app that helps you plan your next trip, and it helps keep the adventures rolling. Start your free trial over at onxmaps.com.
Welcome back, everybody. In celebration of St. Patty's Day, we will be having some Coors Lights later.
No.
Coors Lights later.
Yeah. You don't like Guinness?
No, I like Guinness.
Okay.
I think it's funny that Irish people like Coors Lights more than Guinness. So
when I was there, what I learned was that a lot of Irish don't like Jameson.
Oh.
Because
I guess I never even talked about Jameson. I was talking about beer.
Yeah, you don't like whiskey.
It's true.
But supposedly Jameson is like 100% not made in Ireland.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's made in Ireland, but nothing actually comes from Ireland to make it. Like,
it's all shipped in.
The grains are from like France, and the original guy, the original Jameson is not Irish, and like
he's Danish.
Yeah, something, And so it was like nothing of Jameson had to do with Ireland except the fact that it's distilled there.
Okay.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of funny. So
he had a vacation home in Ireland. Yeah. He was like, I want to make some whiskey during summer.
Yeah. So it was funny talking to some locals that were just like completely against Jameson.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny. Anyways, that's some fun geopolitical alcoholism for you guys.
Yeah.
Let's see. Today, Jimmy got to work on Samantha.
A little bit. Yep.
Anything else did you get to play around with?
A lot of garden fence.
A lot of garden fencing. All right, cool. I didn't really get to work on anything. I just went to Overland SoCal and Overland Expo SoCal down in Costa Mesa.
Yep. I'm excited to hear about that.
And it's kind of boring, but as a vendor, you don't get to go see anything or do anything. You're just stuck there in your booth talking to people the whole time.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we'll get into all that. I want to hear updates on Samantha.
Okay. Yeah.
And I know that I had some listeners approach me in the booth asking for updates on Samantha too. So there's a lot of people rooting for Samantha right now.
I know. Samantha's like this, the problem child that might actually become a good child one day. Who knows?
Yeah. Right.
Let's see. So yeah, Samantha is coming along. I did a whole ton of welding. I think I talked about that a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Or like an episode or two ago. Welded everything up on the rear axle. Welded all the link brackets on the frame for front and rear. Welded up the links for the upper links on the rear axle. Welded up tacked together the upper link for the front axle for the 3-link. So the rear triangulated trailing arm system is, I believe, 100% welded and put together.
Nice.
I think when Husmann left the other week, we put the axle underneath and it like precariously positioned it so it didn't fall.
Okay.
And then so it was my job to put it all together. So since I think the update that thing is fully put together and fully welded out now, with the exception of some of the what do you call those things? The like circle cutouts that are in the bracket that you have the like rosette weld.
Oh yeah.
So I need to weld those in. The front is we started attacking again and getting that going. Now that I have all the brackets or all the links for like the pan hard bar, the drag link, the tie rod, I have all of the ball joints and heims for everything. And I even have a bunch of Nord washers, which is pretty cool to start putting into everything there. So we can start working on that geometry. And so we welded together the tie rod.
Okay.
Which is great because now I can see, because we were having problems before with the tie rod colliding with the upper, what do you want? The axle's panhard bracket.
The tie rod was connecting the axle side panhard
The
bracket.
tie rod was colliding with the axle's panhard bracket.
Okay.
And I was like, "What's up, Brian? Like, what's happening here?" He's like, "Oh, my kit's designed to have the panhard or the tie rod on the underside
Of the arm.
the arms."
Okay.
And so a while ago, we went to a buddy of Husmann's who is a machinist, and we drilled out the arm, and then we welded in a sleeve, and then we tapered the arm again
From the underside
for ball joints, because I wanted to run ball joints.
Yeah.
Everybody told me to do heims, but I'm going ball joints.
Cool.
So I've already done that. So now once I put the tie rod in on the underside, everything's working great.
Nice.
Yep. Super nice.
Okay.
So that's working well. Let's see. And then we could mock up the length for the panhard bar, which we did, because now that we know where the axle bracket is, and now we have an understanding of where the frame side bracket's going to be, we can get a rough length.
Okay.
So we cut that down to size and tacked the.
And what is dictating the location of the frame side bracket that you needed?
Just the bracket can only go in a rough area due to the bump stop is also located in the bump stop is located inside the panhard bar.
Oh, they're incorporated in one bracket.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's all one bracket. So it can only sit in a general area.
Yeah.
And it only sits so far off the frame so we can measure it.
Gotcha. So that means that you're kind of located, you have to be right above the axle then, because your stop in the can has to be able to hit the strike pad on the axle.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So I can figure out a rough location for it. We can get a length, and we can do some minor adjustments, whether it needs to be a little longer or slightly shorter, with the threads of the heims.
Yep.
Yep. And so we could figure that out.
Yeah.
So we made that, out of 1 1/4 quarter wall.
Okay.
Tubing, which I think is going to be fine. We could have done 1/8 inch eighth wall. But I think we'll go a little beefier.
Nice.
Yep. And then, so once we could figure that out, then we could put that into place. The only thing that I don't have exact location or sizing for, well, I could probably figure out the size or length, is where the steering box is going to be positioned, and that the drag link. Dang, there's so many up there.
Yeah.
So the drag link goes from the pitman arm down to the steering arm. So I don't have that done yet.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure it's necessary for what we're doing right now, because really what we need is to know where the panhard bar, the panhard bar and the tie rod are, because we don't want those to collide when we get to full compression.
Yep.
And
they shouldn't. Now the tie rod is underneath the arms.
Yes, there's a lot more room.
Yep.
And you don't, from my understanding, you want them fairly parallel to each other.
The drag link and the panhard, yeah.
The drag link and the panhard you want parallel?
Yep.
Okay, so then maybe I do need to concern myself about where the box is going to be a little bit. So the drag link and the panhard bar need to be parallel to each other.
Yep. And
then I'm concerned with the tie rod colliding with the panhard bar, right? And so there's just a whole bunch of stuff that goes on in the front. It's a lot. There's a lot more things happening and moving parts up there compared to the rear. So the rear went together quite quickly. And now that we're working back on the front, it's taking a little bit of time. So anyway, we were putting in the panhard bar and we're having a collision at the upper, the axle upper link.
Okay.
Is that what you call it?
Axle side upper link bracket.
Axle sides upper link bracket.
Okay.
Yeah. So where within reason of where the panhard bar's frame mount needs to be, we're having a collision at compression on the upper axles link. Axles upper link. So Brian's instructions state that you're supposed to have the caster of the axle at 6 degrees.
Okay.
And then the bump stop strike pad should be at 4 degrees. And the way that the kit is designed is the bump stop strike pad and the axle side panhard bar are incorporated.
Okay.
So
that
determines the angle and position of where the panhard bracket is going to be.
Okay.
On the axle.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of play that I can do with the upper links mount.
Okay.
And so we actually cut that off and we scooted it further towards the rear of the axle as much as we feel comfortable without putting a bead on the surface of where the third member is going to mount.
Okay.
Right. So that we don't compromise that.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yep. And so, after talking to Brian, which it's really that he's been doing very good customer service.
Yeah.
He suggested to add more caster.
Okay.
Into the axle. So go from 6 to 8 degrees caster.
Okay.
And then move the bump stop which would make the bump stop go to 6 degrees.
Okay.
Right. Because we added 2 degrees caster. So the bump stop was at 4. So now we're going to 6.
Okay.
And he's suggesting to move that to 3 degrees. So move the axle back 2 degrees more and then move the panhard bar mount forward 3 degrees from that position.
Okay.
Which would end it at 3 degrees.
Yeah.
And then we moved the upper link bracket for about 3/8 maybe back towards the rear of the axle. So hopefully doing all of that will allow me to get full compression. Yeah. I was setting the axle up. We had originally set the axle up to get, I think, about 5 inches of up travel.
Okay.
And I was talking to Brian a while ago, and he said that shouldn't be a problem. That you should have plenty of up travel.
And you're on 14-inch shocks in the front?
I will be on 14.
So I'll be looking at 7 to 8 down roughly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I haven't been able to get all that done as of the time of this recording. Hopefully I can cut off one of the brackets and move it before Hustle Nuts comes over. Not sure if that's going to happen, mainly because I still have some responsibilities around the house in the garden fence department to get done.
Yeah.
Because in 2 weeks we're having our Easter party, and the assistant told me I have to have the garden fence done before the Easter party.
Yeah.
So that became somewhat more of a priority, a quicker priority to get done besides Samantha. So I need to, in regards to Samantha, I need to cut off the 2 brackets that are where the strike pads are, which are also the link brackets, which is on the driver's side, and it's also the panhard bracket on so the strike pad, bump stop strike pad, link bracket, and panhard bar on the passenger side's all incorporated into one piece. So it's when I'm moving one of them, it's changing everything else kind of. Yep. By rotating the axle down doesn't really affect a whole lot, but moving rotating the panhard bar mount and bump stop and lower link bracket forward is going to slightly change my approach angle. It's going to pull it back ever so slightly.
Your approach angle?
Yeah. Because I was trying to push it out about 4 inches.
Okay.
And so I'm where it's at and just rotating things around, it's going to pull it back in a little bit. Plus, I think my links, or the joint is out a little farther than I would like, and I'd like to shrink that up. So the whole thing's going to come back just a little bit.
Okay.
So hopefully maybe a half inch.
Okay.
Right. We're not talking a whole lot.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I'll have an update for you guys next week and tell you everything clears and everything's great. And I'm now colliding with my oil pan because I think that's going to be the next issue.
Yep.
So we'll see how that works out.
You don't need to know. No one needs oil pans. You're fine.
Yeah, I know. And I'm pretty clear if everything goes straight up and down, it's when the lower or the driver's side axle is going to drop, is going to move my upper link into the oil pan.
The upper link or the pan hard?
No, the upper link. That's on top of the differential.
Oh.
That's going to, because of it's going to slide, it's going to rotate towards the oil pan.
Okay.
So
I thought your clearance on the upper link side there was the clutch slave.
That is just, yes.
Cylinder?
That is or
is that the link, not the bracket?
That's the link.
Gotcha.
Has an issue there.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And that's only going to be an issue, I believe, if it goes straight up.
Oh, okay.
Both sides compress and go near full compression.
Yeah.
Then there might be an issue there. So if that's something I have to look at, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But before it even gets that high, I think because I'm going to be rotating a lot more than I'm going to get full compression. I'm not building this to be a fast vehicle. I'm building this to be a slow rock crawler.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a lot more articulating than full compression.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to look at all scenarios no matter what. But I think my first collision that I'm going to have an issue with is driver side dropping and moving that upper link into my oil pan.
I don't think the upper link is going to move into your, might, I guess, if you're ever so slightly, because the pan hard is going to keep that side of the axle. It's actually going to move it out further as it compresses.
When the driver side drops,
and the passenger side goes up.
Yep. The differential is, if you're sitting in the driver's seat, the differential will be
clocking
counterclockwise. And the upper link is on the top of the differential. So it'll be leaning towards the engine.
Yeah. But your axle is also going to move, I think, laterally towards the passenger side. Slightly because of the pan hard.
Yeah.
So I think that'll counteract the clocking of the link bracket. I don't know if it'll counteract it enough to stop the oil pan interaction, but I don't know. And there's also possibility of me being able to move the link parallel to the axle, left or right, depending on positioning. Okay.
So I think right now it's centered on the differential. And depending on articulation, maybe I can move it out an inch or in an inch or whatever works best.
Yeah.
And so there's some play on positioning that I could do up top there for sure. So
the joys of fine tuning a front end 3-link.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. So there's a lot going on up there. There's a lot of moving parts. I in regards to the power steering box, I know roughly where it's going to go. I'm pushing it as far forward as I can possibly get it.
Yeah.
There's even thoughts of me cutting, depending on positioning and throw and what I have. There's thought of me like cutting off the body mount.
Yeah.
And pushing farther forward.
Yeah.
And then figuring out a new new body mount location of some sort.
Yeah.
So there's some work to be done there, and it really I care more about pushing the axle as far forward as I can get it, and then I'm going to figure out where the power steering box is going to lie.
Yeah.
Instead of I only have a little bit of room for the power steering box, and that determines where my axle is kind of going to go.
Yeah.
So I want better approach angle.
Nice
is what I want. Yep.
Get a zero approach angle.
I would love it. Yeah, it's not going to get there, but I hope it's better than Bobcat, and that's not really saying a lot. It's going to definitely be better than Bobcat's.
Bobcat has a pretty good approach angle. Where are we at? Bobcat's over here. Approach angle is 61 degrees. I mean, the Kermit approach we don't have the approach angle for Kermit.
No, we didn't do it.
No.
No.
The mule is 66 degrees, and I think that one's pretty good the way that Dimitri built that front bumper on the mule. So
yeah,
I think 61's pretty decent.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, we'll definitely, once Samantha's done, we'll bring it down to the shop and we'll compare notes.
Which put another cardboard up on the wall.
Yeah, put another cardboard on the wall and get some notes and figure out how things are. I mean, it's going to be wild. If it's going to be able to fully articulate the rear as much as I think it's going to.
You might hit 45 inches.
I'm going to get more
44 to 45 inches under
articulation out of the rear on Samantha than I can get total on Bobcat.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
Because when we articulate front and rear, so rear articulation is 33 1/4.
Yeah.
And that includes the front articulating.
Yes.
Right. And I think that's
picking up one of the rear tires with the forklift.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to get around 20, I guess, just in the rear. So it's not going to be total, but what's the front?
29 inches.
29. Yeah. So it's my rear could get just the rear alone could get somewhere close to what Bobcat gets when you're lifting the front, and both the front and rear are articulating.
Yeah. It's going to be crazy. I'm excited to see kind of what it turns into.
Yeah.
So
me too. Me too. So I'm excited to continue to work on it. Plans going forward. I believe Husman's probably going to come over on Thursday, continued that. Hopefully by Thursday, I'm actually done with the garden fence because I'm super close. So over the weekend, I'll just sum it up real quick because nobody's really interested in a damn garden fence.
I'm sure somebody out there is interested in a garden fence.
You're interested in me hearing that it's done.
Yes.
Is what you're interested in.
It's like camping, glamping.
Yeah. So I've been working on, we ripped down the garden fence before our Easter party last year because it just was a hodgepodge. It was a bunch of different fencing. It was poles that were falling apart. It just looked bad. And so we'd rather have no fence. And we actually didn't even do a garden last year and make it look better for the Easter party. So then my goal was to get this new fence up. My goal was to try to get the fence up in time within reason to maybe have a very late spring garden. And obviously that didn't happen. So we're doing a pretty elaborate hog wire fence, a bunch of, 4x4 posts, 2x4 cross members, some big, dado cut.
Okay.
The pieces of wood so that we could set the hog wire fencing into the 2x4s. It looks really good. So I was, let's see, what did I do this last week? So this last week I finalized all the side panels all the way around. So that got done. My younger brother came over and we cut and, we used a jigsaw and cut these radiuses for the header that goes above where the gate's going to go.
Okay.
So it's kind of sort of Japanese-esque thing. It just makes it look pretty, right? It's just this thing. I could have put like another 2x4 up there and it would have been totally fine, but this makes it look better. And I did all the concrete. I poured at least a 50-pound bag of concrete in every single one of the holes. And then some of the holes got a little extra.
Okay.
Because they were just deeper or bigger or whatever it was. And then I filled the rest of the hole, whatever was left, which was like 5-ish inches in some cases, with dirt, just leveling out all the ground. There was some extra holes because I didn't first dig the hole in the right spot. So I had to fill all those extra holes.
Okay.
And I've got the hardware and I built the gate.
Nice.
So I have one piece of 2x4 for the upper connections to do, and then cut off some posts that are protruding higher than where that upper part goes. And I could be done.
You could be.
I could be done.
But you're not going to be done.
No.
Okay.
Because and originally I'd planned to do it this way, that I'm going to do it. But when I was building it, I wasn't thinking about it so much. I was just strapping things together in a way. So I have at the very top, I have a 2x4 that's on edge. So it's 4 tall and 2 narrow, connecting the 2 4x4s up high,
Okay.
8 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Because we have deer where I live and you have to like keep the deer out. And so the front has the 2x4s connecting it. And then where the gate is, it goes like 2 feet higher. And then it has this big 2x8 header that has these curves cut into it.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be fine
Okay.
while I was doing it. And at the time I was like, I'm just getting this done. Like I just do this. But now that I put that header on, the header, that one header looks really out of place. And I already bought the wood and planned to put the headers on the front of the lower parts too.
Okay.
And so I'm going to do that. So I've got to take off 2, 3, 4 2x4s that are up high and cut, because we bought like 2 20-footers. And so I have to cut those in half, put the radiuses in, buy the hardware, put those up, and then put in 2 shortened 2x4x8s up top that attach to the new header that I'm putting in, and then I'll be done.
Okay.
So I believe my brother is coming over tomorrow to, he's got the jigsaw. So I can cut the pieces of wood in half. We're going to need to jigsaw them, but lifting 2x8 that's 10 feet long into the air to level it, to attach it, to drill holes through the 2x8s and the 4x4, and having everything be leveled and positioned left and right is a little more than I can do by myself.
Oh, come on.
So my brother's going to come over. He's going to man one of the poles. I'm going to man the other pole, and we'll get it all slapped up there. And then, then it should be completed. So that'll be really nice. Yep. Then I can start really focusing. Well, I can put more free time attention into Samantha and the shop.
Nice.
Yeah. So so that'll be done. Fingers crossed that'll be done in your guys' world Wednesday.
Cool.
For me, it'll be done tomorrow. In theory. So that'll be really good to just get that done off the plate. And maybe on some free times, I'll turn the dirt that's in there and lay down some mulch and actually prep for a garden, possibly. I mean, we're hitting record heats here in Sacramento. So, I mean, it might even be too late for our garden, and depending on how the season goes.
Yep.
Or we leave it, don't worry about a garden until after the Easter party, and we just open the gate, and then people can hide eggs and stuff inside the garden. Normally we have that area closed and you can't go in there for the Easter egg hunt. So who knows? Okay. We'll figure it out.
All right.
Yes.
Well, cool. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Almost done?
Almost. I mean, it's going to be another hour or so, maybe 2 hours of work to get it up there and going. But I think that 2 hours is going to make it look a lot better. So I think it's going to be worth it.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. So everything will be done for the Easter party.
Yes.
Cool.
So the assistant will be happy.
She'll be happy.
Yes.
Perfect. That's what really matters.
There you go.
Well, good. Hopefully then you get time to work on Samantha. Don't get another project another garden fence to build. So,
right. Yeah. I'm then trying not to take on new tasks. As much as, I have to mow right now. I have to mow the yard like every week just because it's growing
like crazy.
So fast. And it takes like almost 2 hours to mow my property. Jeez. It's probably just under 2 hours to do the whole thing.
It takes us 10 minutes to mow our front lawn.
I know. My property's like, I have 1 acre and we have probably maybe a third of the acre that is just sort of, we call it the pasture, but I mean, it's not really, it's like just unused land. It is a pasture, but it's not like what somebody would think of as a pasture. It's not.
You don't have goats roaming or cows back there. All right.
But that section, just the whole thing needs to be mowed.
Yeah.
Which actually is pretty quick because it's just some straight shots and going around in a few circles. It's like my orchard and my little garden area and all that is just technical, slow. You've got to drive around it in funny ways. But then, and then our like grassy area around the house is not that large. So that all is pretty quick. And then I've also been mowing a chunk of the neighbor's property as sort of a fire break because he never maintains the acre that's by our house.
Okay.
And so now that everything's green and not dried out, I've mowed a chunk of that property to just get a separation of the weeds.
You should start just weed killing it all.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't grow anything. Have a little fire break and be like, I don't know what's going on. That's weird.
Yeah.
Such a straight line. I'm not sure what's going on.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And then we planted some oleanders. I know a lot of people are kind of have mixed feelings about oleanders because they're actually poisonous to some animals, but they grow fast and they're a good visual break. So we're planted 4 of those between my house and the neighbor's house that I've been mowing their yard.
Okay.
Which is the one if you went up the road a little farther.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And hopefully we'll cover what the assistant calls is the car lot.
Yeah.
And when we look out our kitchen window, we won't look at a variety of Suburbans and Exploders and a bucket truck.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Good, man. When is we got the invite to the Easter party, so I just need to look at that. If I have questions of the date and times.
Yeah, that might help you. It's
you don't want to announce it over the podcast, do you?
I'll announce it all. I don't. Our Easter party's the week before Easter.
Perfect.
Yeah. Whatever that. Our
so
calendar's
not my birthday
right.
weekend.
Not your birthday weekend.
Lame.
Sorry.
All right. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. We usually do our Easter party the Saturday before Easter.
Yeah.
The Saturday before Easter party, something like that. I try to find a funky name for it, but we had, I think I told you, we had a little run-in with the assistant's dad about swapping days and him allowing her to go to things on his weekend. And so anyways, technically he has the mini assistant right up to that weekend of Easter.
Yeah.
And so because we didn't want to worry about switching weekends or asking to have the mini assistant for one day or for a few hours of that day, we moved it a week ahead of schedule when we actually do have her. So
nice. Okay. Well, cool. Anything else you're up to?
I don't think a whole lot. We did a good whiskey tasting. There was Hirsch, was at Monk's Cellar. So that was fun. I learned a little bit about Hirsch. It's an interesting company. They started, I guess the Hirsch name has been around for a long time, but the actual Hirsch doesn't make the alcohol anymore. It's sort of an homage to the person.
Okay.
And for a while there, they bought a bunch of Willet bourbon and whiskey, which technically was their Purple Top brand, which is very sort of like coveted whiskey. And they were putting it into this high proof, high label for Hirsch. But now Willet is doing special things and bottling their own small batches, and they're no longer selling the Purple Top stuff to Hirsch. And so Hirsch is now going to stop the label for their like high label or their expensive label. And so we got one of our whiskey collection, and the club is one of the last people to actually receive this label.
Okay.
And so we bought an extra bottle and threw that on our shelf. So it was good. It's the yellow. The Hirsch is known. They kind of have like a teal label. And it's like their popular one, but there's the more expensive one, or the Willet, the Willet water or the Willet juice that is in the Hirsch bottles are the yellow labeled bottles.
Okay.
And so if you see one of those, and I don't know if it says distilled by Willet or not on it. I could look, but try to grab it because it's technically it's Purple Top Willet juice inside a cheaper bottle because the Purple Top Willet stuff goes for hundreds of dollars.
Oh wow!
And this is probably $130 bottle. Okay, I think we paid about $130 for our extra bottle, which is awesome because our club, the membership to the whiskey club is a few $100, and we get 4 bottle releases, and this one was $130 bottle, so it's almost like half. It's almost getting close to half of what the club membership dues were. Yeah. So I think that's pretty rad. So we bought an extra bottle. We took 2 bottles home, and we have 1 bottle on the shelf. At the shelf at Monk's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So normally the assistant and I each leave a bottle on the shelf, but this stuff was so good. Normally I get mixers at Monk's, and this thing's good on its own. And so I didn't want to leave it at Monk's. I wanted to bring it home and drink it as straight or with neat or on a rock. And I didn't want to make old fashions or whatever out of it.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? I've got enough pours to last me a while. I don't think I need to worry about another bottle and keeping up with my pours. So I just wanted to take that one home. So yeah, so we ended up bringing like 3 bottles home.
Yeah.
And we have 1 bottle on the shelf. So
okay,
I'll just steal all the assistants.
there you go.
Yep.
That works.
That'll work. Besides that, not a whole lot. Mini assistants doing good. She's in Shrek at her school, and she tried out this last weekend for Goosebumps at their other theater. And the assistant's still on strike as of when most likely she will still be on strike when this podcast airs. And that would mean that her district has the longest strike of any California Teachers Association.
Yeah, this is getting to be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't SAC Unified joining in this week?
In theory, on Thursday, today they have a fact-finding thing, I think is what I heard. And then if they disagree with the fact finding or something, I don't know. I'm not 100% up to speed on all of it, but I think they can strike 2 days after the fact finding. So they can strike, they would go Wednesday. I don't know if they could strike on Thursday or they have to wait till Friday to strike. Okay. But yeah, we're going to have 3 teachers unions inside of Sacramento, possibly all striking at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's Twin Rivers is striking, Natomas is striking, and SAC is going to be striking.
Wow.
Soon, which is called the Washington School District.
Okay. For SAC?
It's in North SAC.
Okay.
And it's called the Washington School District. I don't know how that.
So it's not SAC Unified. Isn't SAC Unified its own school district?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay. I thought it was going to be SAC Unified, like the main one.
I think it's North SAC.
Okay.
Which is the Washington district. I don't know how that works. But yeah, so which is really interesting. And they're all fighting for the same exact thing. There's this super union group going around because Oakland was a part of it, but Oakland settled and there was another one, and they've pretty much all the California teachers associations that found that were coming, their like dues or their rights were all coming due at the same point, all band together to push the same message. Yeah. So the voices could get heard more. Yep. And so they're all coming due right now. Yeah. And all of them, like Oakland settled in like a day or didn't even make it. Right. There was another one in the Bay Area that didn't go to strike. They settled before. And they got what they wanted. They got, or almost what they wanted. I think there's a compromise has to be on both sides. But Natomas, as of this point in time on Tuesday, is still going on. They're still arguing. They had a 14-hour disposition or discussion of some sort when they were talking about, going back and forth with the teachers union and the board. I don't know how it is. They were going back and forth 14 hours to try to find a solution. Yeah. The Twin Rivers district is going, the board went more or less, take our offer or we're not going to compromise. I was just like, that is crazy. Yeah. And then, as far as I know of the SAC one right now is they're going to end up going to strike too. So, yeah. Yeah.
And essentially the interesting part to me is that this is mainly over in like the school's budget items and on the school board's expenses and what they're spending throughout the school district. There's a certain percentage that's written into the contracts of what they're supposed to be spending their budgets on. Right. And there's a certain percentage that they're supposed to be spending on teachers.
Teachers, yes, exactly.
And they're not spending that.
Correct.
They're cutting that, and in some cases it's cut. It's their running budget is half of what it should be for teachers. Right. Yeah. Which means the class sizes are much bigger. Teachers cannot focus on the students. That their teachers are not getting their raises. Teachers are not getting the extra
just
fringe benefits.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
And,
Like just stuff that they need for in classroom use.
Yep. So that's what's going on. I've already talked with a couple people now that are like, yeah, dude, my kid is essentially in school, but like they're not doing anything. They're not learning anything. And I don't really get it. And I've had to explain it to a couple people now.
Yeah.
So
there's a few things. So
I don't know a lot of the details, but I do know that the school is not adhering to their contracts, and that's what's happening.
The school board is not adhering to their contracts. They have bank accounts that are bursting with money that they should be spending on teachers. They can write a letter to somebody and ask for a waiver to not spend that money. And supposedly they can get granted that once, only once, but if they write a letter for a second time for the next year, they shouldn't be granted. And these districts have been granted this multiple times over multiple years.
Yeah.
So they've just acquired this huge group of chunk of money. And so they have a bunch of money stored away that their teachers aren't getting. Teachers are asking for smaller class sizes, because if you go the way we're diving down a deep rabbit hole here, the way that it works is if a teacher is supposed to only have a certain amount of kids. It's not a hard cap. It's sort of like a soft cap. And then if a teacher, I don't know what the number is, and it probably is different in districts anyway. So let's just say it's 32 kids in a class. For middle school, high school has a different, I think high school has a different number, and elementary school they all have different numbers. So anyways, whatever the hard cap is, or the soft cap is, elementary school has a hard cap, but if middle school and high schools have soft caps. If they go over that, then they pay the teacher a small amount of money to have an extra kid in their class.
Okay.
Right. Well, it's getting to the point now where some of these classes and teachers are getting paid a little bit of money to have extra kids. But because they're doing that, the district is saving money by not adding another teacher.
Yeah.
Right. And the thing is, the kids are getting a poorer education because now the teachers have to deal with more kids and more problems and not able to teach as well because there's more kids in the class. Whereas the district just put another teacher there, the kids would get a better education.
Yep.
The teachers' lives would be better.
Yep.
The kids'
lives would be better.
Yep. But the districts don't want to pay that extra amount for another person.
Yep.
They just rather pay the teacher a little bit more money.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work out in anybody's favor that way.
Yeah.
The teacher
it almost needs to be like that was like when I don't know if that was a negotiation or what, but it seems like that was set up as almost like a perk to the teacher rather than a punishment to the school district.
Yes.
Like that is not the ideal scenario of just paying a teacher more money.
Right.
The ideal scenario is making sure the kids get a better education. And so you need to be able to punish the school district, make it punishing amount for the teachers.
Yes.
Rather than, we'll just we'll pay the teachers more and it's a nice perk for them.
And I know in the case of the assistants, where the assistant is, there's enough kids to make another class.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's enough classrooms as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's not like they're short on classroom space.
No, they did a whole wild redistrict change of how they lay things out. And I'm trying not to give too much information about where the assistant works, but it happened to remove about a third of the school from a third of the students from her school.
Yeah.
So there's a third of her campus is empty.
Yeah.
So to make another classroom is not that hard.
Not be a big deal.
Not a big deal at all. Yep. And they already have to maintain some of those things. Like granted, there's no kids in it. You're not doing much maintenance wise in there anyway, but the janitor still has to probably clean it every so often and deal with stuff within it. And they probably stole a bunch of chairs out of those rooms to add into other ones, so yeah, it's a cluster. So anyways, our house is, chaos in regards to the strike right now.
Yeah.
That's all that the assistant has to talk about.
Yeah.
On the flip side, there's a lot less work happening in her life, like for work wise. So she's coming home way earlier than she normally does. And it's actually really nice to we get a lot more family time now. And it's actually quite a joy to have, somebody come home at like noon to 2 and she could go get the mini assistant from school and we can all hang out in the afternoons, instead of somebody like working a bunch of, later in the day, grading tests or reading essays or whatever she ends up doing. So it's actually, there's a small blessing in there for some more family time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Anyway, so that's that. So
cool.
I'm excited to hear about Overland Expo SoCal. I got FOMO.
Okay.
Watching everybody's reels and looking at the event and seeing everything going on. I really wanted to go down there, but we had some things. We had a St. Patty's Day party, a family event going on this last weekend. So I couldn't run away because I knew that was my plan. I told you, like, I want to go. I've been trying to get to go this. And I had to do the garden fence.
Yeah.
So I had some responsibilities to do and we had some family stuff to do. The corned beef and hash though was amazing. So that might have been just a bit worth it right there. So, but how was the event?
Event was great. Tons of foot traffic. So, it's a 2-day event. Normally Overland Expo is a 3-day event.
Yeah, they are.
So this one they do as a 2-day event, Saturday and Sunday only.
Okay.
Friday is kind of the setup day. So all the vendors get to go in and set up. And that was really the only day I got to walk around for a couple hours.
Sure.
But we got to go around and see a couple of influencers. I met a few influencers that have been long time Morphlate supporters.
Cool.
So I finally got to meet them face to face for the first time this weekend. That was really cool. I got to meet the marketing manager for IceCo. Which is pretty rad. IceCo is it's a fridge, like a fridge company, right? And apparently this is something I didn't realize. IceCo does a lot of brand collabs.
Yes.
So
I saw the PRP stuff.
Exactly. So the PRP stuff is when the first time I kind of saw that IceCo does some brand collab stuff. And so IceCo had a bunch of their brand collab fridges in their booth. And so when we went by, it was late in the afternoon on Friday. So there was it wasn't during the expo, right? So I got to sit there and we got to chat with the marketing manager.
Yeah. Which
is kind of fun for a while. And he got to kind of explain some of the brand collabs that they had done with like King. They had one with an exhaust company. So the
MBRP.
Nope. There's a different one. Company I don't recognize. So they had a couple of exhaust tips coming out the end of the fridge, which is funny. They had
one.
They
custom make the body of the fridge to
essentially, yeah. They take one of their molds of their existing fridges and then they wrap it with a design wrap and then add some fun little elements to it for that company.
Oh, that's cool.
So like King had a couple of remote resis on it and they custom made a whole cart for it and then attached the resi hydraulic lines to the cart.
Oh, funny.
So they said originally they were trying to make the whole cart suspension actually suspend and have this functional suspension on it, but they just kind of ran out of time. And apparently King was being very I don't know what the right word is, thrifty with giving them parts to be able to put on this brand collab. So,
well, yeah, especially if that brand collab was happening just before King of the Hammers.
Maybe, yeah. So I'm not sure when they did it, but yeah, there's that one. They had a brand collab with PRP, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
They had a few different PRP collabs. So one was the fridge that got stolen.
Yep.
And so they remade the fridge and added some little nods in there for the new one that they gave PRP.
Cool.
To something along the lines of like thievery sucks, essentially.
Sure. That one has an RFID chip in it.
Exactly right. Yeah. There's an air tag in it hidden there. So, I got to check out all the collab stuff. They had another one with, who was it? It's a brake line company. But then they had a bunch of brake lines kind of around the fridge. And then IceCo launched a new fridge.
Oh,
It's
didn't know this.
backpack.
Really?
It's a backpack refrigerator.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like perfectly has enough space in there for about a 12 pack of beer, maybe a little bit more.
Dude, I'm thinking of so many ways to use that right now.
Oh yeah. No, it's great. And so they have portable batteries now.
Yeah.
For a lot of their fridges. So the 12 pack, the backpack fridge has a battery built into it. And then another slot where you can put another battery in.
Okay.
But it's a backpack. It looks great. And it's a 12-volt fridge.
That's cool.
In this backpack. So
I'm thinking like, ISCO, hear me out here.
yeah.
So all people that go backpacking or go hiking or go like have those kid carriers get super sweaty between their back and the backpack.
Yeah.
So what if you incorporated some sort of the coolant fridge thing in the liner that is between the back and your back and the backpack?
Yeah.
And so that always stays chill.
Yeah.
As you're going to do your hikes or whatever.
Yeah, you totally could. It just depend on how much power you want to carry with you.
Yeah.
Because if you're trying to have an AC compressor run 100% duty cycle, it draws a lot of power. So the big thing about ISCO and what makes them work really, really efficiently, I was going over kind of the power consumptions with the different fridges with them, and comparing them to what I know, which is the ARB fridges, power consumptions. ISCO has like the run time on their compressors they use is about 30 to 35 watts of power pull. Whereas like ARB's fridges pull about 55 watts.
Wow.
So it's almost half
Dang.
of, was that 60% of whatever ARB's power pull is? But he said that they put a lot of effort into the insulation of their fridges.
Sure.
So that it doesn't run as often. So not only is it a lower power draw when the compressor is running, but also they just don't run their compressors as often.
Right.
So, yeah, so that was fun talking to ISCO.
So is Moreflake gonna do a custom branded fridge?
We'll see.
Oh, okay.
He said he was very interested in doing it. And I was like, well, look, we're going to be on Trail Hero X.
Yeah.
And so it'd be really, really nice to get a fridge for the mule and a fridge for Kermit that we can show off during Trail Hero X. And he goes, cool, when is it? I was like, it's about we would need them in about a month. And he goes, I'm working on 3 other collabs right now. Yeah. Like he builds them himself kind of thing in his office. Yeah. So he's like, I don't think we'll be able to get it done for that. And I was like, all right, well, I get it. It's super tight time frame to do a custom collab project thing. But regardless, I'd still like to get a couple of the fridges to have for the TV show and at least show off what we're using. So we'll see if we make that happen or not.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So got to meet the ISCO guys. That was really cool.
Do they custom build the fridges or do they just use pre-existing systems
for the collabs?
For the collabs.
Pre-existing systems. So pre-existing molds, pre-existing setups. So you can get their 35 liter, their 45 liter, etc.
I got it.
Yep.
Bummer. I've been going down this small rabbit hole of trying to find a good fridge combo for the trailer instead of hacking the trailer apart, like just getting another fridge.
Yeah.
And using it instead of the Iron Man one. The Iron Man's fantastic. It's just too big for the space I have available.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of like, okay, well, maybe there's a fridge that fits. And I really haven't there are fridges that fit, but they are actually small fridges.
Yeah.
None of them are dual. And so it's very limiting. Yeah. So I was like, ooh, if they make custom sized fridges, I'm in.
Yeah, they're not doing any custom sized fridges. They have the capability to. Apparently ISCO does all the fridges in like Land Cruisers and like the new, I don't want to say maybe the new the 250 series. There's a fridge in the center console of a 250 series Land Cruiser. Mm-hmm. They said they do stuff like that. So like they work on Range Rover overseas has fridges in the OEM Range Rovers. Okay. They said they have the contract for all those.
Wow.
And a couple other OEMs overseas that put fridges in their vehicles from the factory. And they said that because of those contracts, they don't have to have as high of a pricing in the off-road space. Like the off-road space is almost like a side gig to a side gig for them.
Yeah, sure.
So they said, if you look at their fridges, they're $100, $200 less than Dometic or ARB's fridges,
Right.
For the equivalent size and compressor size and everything. And they said they do that because they have all these automotive contracts,
Sure.
OEM contracts.
Yeah,
So,
I know some other companies that have like military contracts, and they're like, we do this for the military and we get paid bank, and then we can turn more or less the same thing around and sell it to the off-road community. So we're just selling it as slightly less than competitive pricing.
Yep.
Because we can.
We make all the profit on the other stuff on our contracts.
And they buy so much stuff for their contracts that they just tack on a few more things, and then they can sell it to the consumer.
Yeah, they get the bulk pricing more on their parts. So
it works out for them.
Yeah, so I didn't realize that. I've always just kind of looked at IceCo as a secondary brand. I've always envisioned ARB in the off-road space, ARB and Dometic as like the top dogs, right?
That's the way I saw it.
And then IceCo is kind of like that next space, the medium grade space, like IceCo, Ironman, a couple others around that price point. And then below them would be like your Amazon purchases, right?
What is that? Bodega?
Yeah, the Bodega one, the Boj RV one is a popular one for people right now too. So, apparently that is not the case. And after kind of learning more about their compressor systems and everything they got going on, I was like, IceCo's a really, really great, in my opinion, the top value buy right now for off-roaders and 12-volt fridges. So, anyways, fun talking to them. I got to talk to Optima. Batteries again.
Okay.
So last time I had talked with one of the high up dudes, whose name is Cam, was at King of the Hammers like 2 or 3 years ago.
Sure.
And I just haven't gotten to sit down and talk with him and chat with him since then. And at that time, they were just getting ready to announce their lithium batteries.
Right.
And so now they've had those lithium batteries out for about 2 years now. And their starter lithium batteries.
Yeah, that's exciting.
I was talking to Cam and what are your starter batteries options now? And it sounds like they have a 45 amp hour and 150 amp hour.
Wow.
Starter lithium batteries. And I was like, okay, well, what's the cranking amps on them? Because that's kind of the big concern with lithium, is that they charge and discharge very quickly. But being able to control that power so that the BMS can handle that discharge and charge rates. That's kind of the big trick with lithium.
Got it.
Safely, right?
Yeah.
Handle it all safely. So I was like, what is your cranking amps? Because I think I'm having a cranking amp issue on the Mule. And I'm just kind of curious, what are your batteries rated at? And he goes, oh, the 45 amp hour cranking lithium starts at 7.3, no problem. The 7.3 diesel. I was like, okay, I should be fine then.
Wow.
So the 45 amp hour is quite a bit smaller, which is nice.
Yeah.
It fits in a lot of places, especially under hood applications. The Mule's battery is in the back cargo area.
Okay.
So I can run the 150. The problem, though, is I think the 150 is not going to fit in the battery box. I think it's bigger.
You think it's too big?
I think it's too big for the battery box that's in the back of the Mule. So I'd have to either build a custom battery box or see if I can find something for it.
That would have it outside. Is the battery that's in the Mule tucked away in like a cubby in the back, or is it just sort of out?
It's out. It's in a corner between the seat and where the shock tower comes through.
Got it.
Yeah, it's right there. So yeah, I gotta just kind of see measurements, get the dimensions of their 150, because I like having music on while I'm at camp, like making dinner or whatnot. Right. And so I want to have some lights set up on the rear cargo hatch, so that I can make dinner on like the rear swing out drop down, the Pelican case and whatnot. And so I need power and I don't want to have to worry about starting the vehicle in the morning kind of thing. So I think the 45 amp is going to be a little lower than what I want. But the 150 I think is going to be more than what I want.
Well, what about 245s?
245s, that would be interesting. I have to see kind of where it sits, power wise or size wise.
You could probably do a 45 and then a non-cold cranking amp, 100 amp hour,
a deep cycle house battery kind of thing.
Well, just another lithium.
Yeah,
like what are they? LEP4s or whatever, PO4s. Yeah, just a normal 100 and some odd amp hour battery.
Yeah, house battery.
House battery then. Or probably maybe not even that much. But so you could probably just do the 45 with the power to start your vehicle.
Yeah.
And then a house battery to run that runs some of the electrical.
That may not be a bad way to do it. Yeah. And then just have a DC to DC charger in between them. So
if you did 2 45s, and I don't know what the sizes are, or the pricing is.
Yeah.
Then it would be easy to wire the whole thing together, and you don't have to separate it or put some things to one thing or some things to the other. You know, you just wire it and I need to learn how to figure that out. Wire it in parallel.
Yep.
And you're good to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not an either or situation for you.
Correct. Yeah. So, that's I think one of the next steps with Optima, or I really like my Dakota Lithium that I have in Kermit. It's a phenomenal size. It's 135 amp hours, which is with lithium about the same power as 4 red tops.
Yeah.
And so the 135 amp hour Dakota Lithium is significantly smaller than the 150 Optima. So I don't know if Optima has more safety features built into their BMS. Their BMS is more robust of a BMS or something. I don't know. I need to look into it more. So kind of once I went with the Dakota Lithium, because Optima didn't have their lithiums out yet when I was shopping, I've been really happy and I haven't really paid too much attention to Optima. So now that I've talked to Cam and he's like, no, everything's going great. The batteries run awesome. You know, they were not having any issues with them dying. And I'm like, okay, I need to look into it for the mule. So now I just need to do some research and figure out what would be the best setup for the mule.
Sure.
So,
yep.
That was fun. Other than that, there was, it's Overland Expo. There's a lot of really cool vehicles to look at as you're walking around, a lot of really cool products to look at. I didn't really get to walk around and look at all the products and see, what is the new and noteworthy stuff, right? We did find a 416 Unimog, I think it is.
Oh.
One of the big ones. There was a few of them there. And this guy, he's been just traveling for 2 years with his family.
Out of the Unimog.
Out of the Unimog, just around the United States for 2 years. And they work from home, quote unquote, the remote work. So they just work as they're traveling around everywhere.
Sure.
They sold the house and everything. So, it was really fun talking with him and kind of walking around his Unimog and what all he had done to it. He had a big old flatbed Unimog and then ordered a camper and put it on top of the flatbed.
Sure. Okay.
And the camper was super nice. It was all really well done. So getting to pick his brain for about 45 minutes as we were walking around on Friday. Let's see what else. The rest of it, Saturday, Sunday was a blur mainly.
Yeah. A blur of people coming up and saying hi and you having to talk to people and selling products and doing the whole expo thing. Yeah. Working a booth. Yeah.
Yep. So working the booth, and there was a ton of foot traffic on Saturday, ton of foot traffic on Sunday. And it was all really good. We had a lot of great questions, a lot of educational opportunities. We had 4 kind of direct competitors around the grounds, 5 direct competitors around the grounds. So we had a lot of people coming up asking us what made us different.
Sure.
So that was fun to be able to not only just say it, because we say it all the time to people and through customer service, like on a phone or over the website or email or something, but to be able to sit there and show them the differences to their face while we're talking to them and answer the questions. It was a really, really good opportunity. And I think it opened up a lot of people's eyes as to what we do at More Fleet.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. Event overall was great. It was a fantastic event. They do a really, really good job, Overland Expo, at creating a trade show, really, because there's other events out there that do a good job with the event, but that doesn't always work out for vendors.
Sure.
And so you go there and it's a wheeling event, and people go there to go wheeling, not to see vendors. And so we're starting to realize that we lose a lot of money going to those events as a vendor, and we're going to stop going to those events.
Right.
Because it's not the main focus of the event.
Yeah.
So it's not really worth us being there to support the event. We could support the event in other ways, but it just costs so much money in Airbnb, travel expenses, wages, food for everybody, for the extent of everything, to fuel everything to go down there and to do an event. And so Overland Expo has just done a really good job at creating a trade show that consumers can go to and have educational opportunities. Like there's classes at Overland Expos that people can go to and learn stuff from industry experts. But also it's a great opportunity for people to go around and shop at their favorite vendors and get some really cool discounts on stuff. So, it was a great event. Costa Mesa is a really fun place. The food around Costa Mesa is really good. So
cool.
The first night, Friday night, we went to Hot Pot.
Okay. Nice.
Which was it was one of the best hot pots I've ever been to.
Is there one up in this area? Like I've been missing a hot pot ever since I went to China.
Apparently there's one in kind of Midtown.
Okay.
That I've been to. But apparently there's one in Roseville I've never heard about until this trip. Isaiah mentioned that it's his favorite hot pot place in the Sacramento area.
All right, Isaiah, let's go.
And this hot pot place in Roseville is all you can eat hot pot Korean barbecue. And then I don't know if the sushi is all you can eat. That would be surprising. Wow. I think it's to order sushi, but the Korean barbecue and hot pot are all under one roof.
Wow.
And those are all you can eat.
Sweet.
So
I'm down. Let's go.
I need to go check that place out. That's on my to-do list now. So we did the hot pot, and then we had street tacos. There's a couple Angel's Tijuana tacos.
Oh, okay.
So if you're from the SoCal area, you probably have heard of Angel's Tijuana tacos. Amazing tacos.
Cool.
I tried cabeza.
Oh, did you?
For the first time.
Good for you.
Wasn't my favorite.
Little chewy?
No, it wasn't the chewy. It was the flavor.
Oh. Yeah.
It was a really dull, almost bitter flavor. So like, I don't know if they just didn't put any seasoning on it or what, but the pastor and the asada tacos were amazing.
Pastor's so good.
It was so good. So, and then we went back there the next night as well. So we had the street tacos 2 nights in a row. We had hot pot one night, and then we had Korean barbecue another night, the last night. So
cool. Yeah, because you guys went down on Thursday.
Yep. Yeah, I went down, got there on Thursday. So Thursday was the travel day, and then we came back on Monday. Monday was a travel day.
Oh, wow.
So we were not allowed to pack up from Overland Expo until 4 p.m. on Sunday.
Wow.
Which means you're not allowed to start packing up, which means then you have to fight everybody to get in the grounds, all the other vendors to get your trailers and everything in the grounds and the show vehicles coming off of the grounds to get all your stuff packed up and out of there. So I was like, we're not going to get off of the grounds until at least 6 to 7 p.m. And then it's a 6.5 hour drive. I was like, no, well, we're just going to stay one more night and leave early Monday morning.
Smart.
So I did have a fun story though, as I was packing up.
Oh,
I went out to the parking lot to get a trailer.
Yes.
And, it's a clusterfuck, right? Everybody's trying to get their trailers into the event, but like it was at the point where nobody was allowed to go in yet.
Sure.
So everyone's just sitting in the parking lot with their trailers, trying to get in line to get into the event, to go to their booths, right?
Yeah.
So there's just people and shit everywhere and trailers everywhere and show vehicles everywhere because people can't even get loaded onto their flat deck trailers because other people are in the way. And so it turns out I was being blocked to even backing in and getting to our trailer by 2 different people.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
One of them was Oreo the XJ on Instagram.
I don't know.
You know who that is? She's a younger girl that has had a beat to shit XJ, and then just over time she's gotten in popularity and grown in popularity, and her channels are doing really well. So she just keeps buying more XJs and different types of XJs.
Okay.
So she was at the show with a flat-bedded XJ.
Cool.
It was a really rad build.
Okay.
So she had already gotten her truck hooked up to the trailer, and now she needed to get her car, her XJ, around to the back of the trailer, but she was kind of blocked in. And so I was like, hey, look, let's just swap spots. I'll put because I need to kind of be where your XJ is at in order to start getting ready to back up to my trailer. And I'm blocking you from getting around. So let's see if we can do this dance to get around so you can get on your trailer and I can get in position to get to my trailer. She goes, okay, cool. So we did that. No problem. And I'm parked next to a guy that had like the nicest FJ60 at the show.
Ooh.
And it was like this really kind of like a burnt maroon color.
Cool.
That
like
all the body panels were straight. It was shiny and glossy. And I'm watching this guy. He's not really taking his time to hook everything up, but he got the 60 on his trailer and he's getting all his straps down. And I'm waiting for him to get in his truck and kind of start moving to get in line so that I can get into his space, like back into my trailer. Right.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there kind of waiting for him. And then he starts talking to people. And I'm like,
damn it.
well, all right. Nobody's really going anywhere. So I'm not going to try and say anything. I'll sit here in my air conditioning because it was also 92 degrees in the parking lot at that time.
Wow.
So I'm like, all right, whatever. And more people start coming up and talking to him. And like, they're just kind of not really coming out of the woodworks, the kind of thing, but they'd come up and like just shake his hand, stand around for a couple seconds and then say bye and go back to their vehicles and go. And I'm like, all right, I didn't really pay too much. Like I wasn't trying to figure out who this guy was or anything. I was just like, whatever. Mainly I was focused on when the fuck is this guy going to get his towed rig and everything out of my way so I can get into my trailer. And so he's just going and sitting, and then finally the line starts moving.
Okay.
And cars start moving and there's openings now for him to get out. And I'm like, you going to go to your car? You going to stop talking to people and go to your car and get out of here, man? And he wasn't just sitting around talking to people. So I kind of went up to him. I got out and I'm like, all right. So I come around the car and he's sitting there talking to a guy and it's Fred Williams.
Oh.
So I'm like, hey, oh, it's you. Okay. I was like, I'm not upset anymore then. I was like, no worries, no pressure. Just, are you planning on leaving soon? Like if you're not, then I could find another way to get my trailer out and everything. He goes, oh, is this one yours? I was like, yeah. He goes, don't worry. He goes, yeah, all right. I'm trying to get out of here as soon as possible. I'd love to get the hell out of here. I was like, yeah, wouldn't we all? It's all kind of just a big clusterfuck right now, and joking around with him. And he goes, don't worry about it. I'll get going now. And he jumped in his car and started taking off. And I was like,
Nice.
You would have the nicest FJ60 at the show.
Probably.
So anyways,
I would assume that would have been Kurt.
That would have been a good guess. Yeah.
That's who I was guessing it was going to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fred works, and it's actually not terribly far from his house.
It's really not down to the central LA area. So, anyways, that was funny. I was just like, oh, okay, it's Oreo the XJ here, and it's one, and then getting back, and now I'm getting frustrated at this other guy that's sitting around talking to everybody, being a little social butterfly, and then I walk around the corner and it's Fred. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense now.
Totally.
So, everything worked out really well. We got everything loaded. I met, as we were walking out to the trailer one night, we saw a white, Gen 2 Bronco.
Okay.
Gen 3, the small baby Bronco, the OJ Bronco.
Oh, the big Broncos.
The big Broncos.
Okay.
And it was a white one.
Yeah.
And the license plate is maybe OJ. So I just started laughing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, you guys, look at this license plate. It's maybe OJ in this white Bronco. And the person inside gets out and comes running at us. And she is so excited. And she goes, here, have some stickers. And I'm like, who is this?
It's maybe OJ.
It's maybe OJ. Her name is Ursula.
Okay.
And she's her job is a pro shooter.
Oh.
And a gun rep.
Okay.
But she's also super into overlanding and has this white Bronco that's called maybe OJ.
Got it.
So she was hilarious to talk to. Oh my God. She's this black lady and she totally plays off of it and was making some hilarious racist jokes about white people and black people. And she just had us rolling, laughing so hard. And so she is getting together with some of the reps of Gun Owners of America to create an Overland Expo for shooters.
Cool.
So apparently there's a 90% overlap, according to the studies done by Gun Owners of America, a 90% overlap of overlanders, off-roaders that also carry guns.
I would believe it.
Likes to play with firearms, right?
I would believe it for sure.
I totally agree. And she goes, it's so weird that in the overlanding space, like we come out to an overlanding show and there's vehicle stuff everywhere, but there's never anybody doing firearm stuff. There's no firearms booths. So this year Vortex was out, sights. They do sights, a world-class sight company for guns. And she goes, it's really cool to see Vortex out here. And she said a couple others. I wasn't sure what they did. I didn't recognize their names. But they're creating this event called Gear, GEAR.
Okay.
And what it's all designed for is to do firearm training in overland settings.
Smart.
So they're doing their first event, the first kickoff inaugural event is going to be at Maris Off-Road Park in Texas. And they're going to have a bunch of firearm instructors and Gun Owners of America and firearm representation, as well as overland off-road representation from vendors at Maris Off-Road Park for Gear. And it's all going to be focused on skills that you would need while overlanding for firearms.
Right.
So how do you be more safe with firearms while overlanding? What are the laws around carrying firearms while off-roading and overlanding in a vehicle kind of thing? So
smart. I like that.
I'm like, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. Sign me up.
So if you guys are interested in something like that and want to go look at it, I forget the dates. I thought I put them in my, let me see if I can pull them in my calendar. It's April 24th through 26th. So the end of April, the weekend after Cruise Moab, down in Texas. If you guys are interested in off-roading and firearms, it sounds like this is going to be an amazing event. They're going to have a lot of different shooting ranges set up. And they're going to go driving down through this massive canyon. Apparently it's the second biggest canyon in the United States.
Oh,
is right there outside of Maris Adventure Parks in Texas. Cool. And do a bunch of off-roading as well as firearm instruction, firearm safety trainings, firearm legality trainings, and off-road instruction too. So
sweet.
I think it'll be really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's a cool. Good thing. I'll link it to the show notes.
Yeah.
If you guys are interested in it. And are you guys going to go to it?
It's going to be too close after Cruise Moab, I think, to get down there. But they said they're going to try and start doing like one per quarter kind of thing.
Sure.
So after this one, if it goes really well, they're going to start looking at doing them again, right? Over and over. So my goal is to get out to at least one of them here soon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So anyways, that's about it. We drove home, no issues. Woke up at 4:30 Monday morning.
Wow.
I was on the road by 4:50 and got back into Sacramento by noon 30 and went and passed out after that when I got home. So
I understand.
Yeah. So and then we're out here today. So fun times.
Yeah, definitely. Really fun. Well, that sounds like a great trip. I still really wish I could have gone. I think that's a cool event down there. A lot of really interesting and fun people that were down there that I saw that I follow on social media. We're walking around and checking everything out. And there's a lot of really cool stuff down there to see. Yeah. If you guys have a chance, go to an Overland Expo. They're pretty rad.
They do a good job.
They do a really good job. They're well attended by both vendors and people. Mm-hmm. And it's just, neat to see things. People bring items out to those events that they don't promote or show off very much. And there's some very unique things that you can see at these events. So it's pretty rad. So yeah, if you have any other questions though, for, in regards to me building a fence or Tyler's off-road Expo adventures, you can always hit us up at 916-345 345-4744. I got it. I don't know why I blanked there for a second. Yeah, thank you.
I was willing it over there to you.
You can ask us on our snail mail episodes, which will happen tomorrow, which is a fun show that Tyler and I enjoy a lot. And where you guys leave us a voice message and we answer it.
Yep.
And talk about it and usually make fun of you.
Yep.
Which is fun for us and you can't defend yourself. So it's wonderful.
It works great.
Yep. Or you can DM us. I'm over at SnailTrail4x4 on Instagram. Tyler's over at 4x4 Toyota Tyler.
Cool. Sounds good, man. Any final words to wrap up the show, Jimmy Jet?
I after our snow wheeling trip, I realized I have some work to do on Bobcat.
Oh. More later?
More later.
And with that, my friends, keep crawling.
I got one for you.
Oh, we got joke time.
Yeah. So Ireland's capital is growing at an exponential rate.
Okay. Why is that?
It's Dublin.
Yeah, that's true. It's fair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Happy St. Paddy's Day.
Thank you.
Do you know what Irish people call, or what an Irish spider is called?
An Irish spider. A green widow?
Hey, that's not bad, but no.
Mm.
A pappy long legs.
That works too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Got any more?
No, those are all I got.
Okay.
I could look up some.
No, without we're gonna get going.